Good morning, everyone. Those of you who are bringing us for the first time, we're glad to see you. Do us a big favor, go to the bottom and please hit subscribe. It helps us with advertising. It helps us know who's watching our videos. Drop us an email or a text message. Tell us what you'd like to hear if we didn't talk about it. And once you subscribe, we will send you a free list of the vocabulary words you'll need to understand to pass your test. And in very large part, understand it is a vocabulary test. There's all kinds of words you will never probably say or hear during your entire career except on test day. So subscribe, get the free list of vocabulary words. If for whatever reason it doesn't show up, sometimes people's phone or computer thinks it's spam and sends it to junk. If you don't see it, give us a call, 760-534. We'll send it to you while we're right on the phone with you. Now, we're going to talk about chemistry today. And before you sign off, because just like me, you probably have zero interest in chemistry, I spent exactly 1 hour, 1 day in high school and went down and dropped chemistry. I was like, no, I'm not going to go to medical school. I don't need chemistry. But you know what? You actually do need chemistry to pass your test. I have right here a whole book of what are called candidate information bulletins for every state in the country. It gives you the breakdown of your test. Not the actual question, but the breakdown. It tells you how many questions on chemistry, how many on hair cutting, how many if you're a barber on shaving, if you're a cosmetology, how many on nails, how many on disinfection, okay? And here's what I can tell you. In every state without exception, there's 5 or 6 chemistry questions. Here's something else I want you to understand. I look at failure scores every day across the country. The average person who fails their test will fail their test 4 times, and they will fail by 3 to 5 points every time. It could very well be chemistry, and it often is chemistry failing you by 3 to 5 points. Today's short class, chemistry. First of all, you've got the words antiseptic and astringent. 2 words that you will rarely hear outside the medical community. Antiseptic and astringent. Now what are they? Okay, here is an example of an antiseptic. Some people might call this hand sanitizer. Okay, it comes in lots of different shapes and sizes and lots of different strengths. It is an FDA requirement on your state board exam, Food and Drug Administration, an FDA requirement, and the FDA says the minimum alcohol content of an antiseptic must be 60%. When you go in the store and you look at hand sanitizers, you will see them from 45 to 70% alcohol. The principal ingredient in an antiseptic, commonly called hand sanitizer, but on your state board exam, antiseptic, is 60% alcohol. Now 70 works even better. It's recommended, but as far as the law is concerned, 60% is the minimum. Now, do you know where you find that? You find that in the esthetician textbook. You don't find that in the barber textbook, nor do you find it in the cosmetology textbook. You'd have to read the esthetician textbook, even though you're a barber or a cosmetologist, to find out astringent, hand sanitizer. The minimum alcohol content, as per FDA requirements, 60%. Now this is a bottle of astringent, more commonly called aftershave lotion, or sometimes tonic. Okay? The state board calls it astringent. It closes the pores after a shave, after a facial, after eyebrow waxing or tweezing. It has an alcohol content anywhere from 10 to 35%. Astringent. Antiseptic, astringent. Both alcohol based. 10 to 35%, 60 to 70%. Both words will be on your test, astringent and antiseptic. Here's another word that will be on your test. Sodium hypochlorite. Not something you hear about a whole lot. Sodium hypochlorite. And yet everyone knows what it is. It's Clorox bleach. Where do you think they got the word Clorox from? The manufacturers made it up from chlorite. Sodium hypochlorite, commonly known as Clorox bleach. Your state board exam will ask you, what is the minimum effective strength of sodium hypochlorite? And the answer is 5.25%. Now you can get the knockoff sodium hypochlorite from the dollar store. It says sodium hypochlorite 2.5%. If the inspector sees this in your salon or barbershop, you're going to get a big fine. Okay? Happens that this one says 7.5%. We had some mold in front of our office. I wanted to get the strongest stuff to kill it. Sodium hypochlorite bleach, Clorox bleach, available from 2.5 to 7.5%. The state board answer is 5.25%. And then finally, sodium hydroxide, more commonly known as Drano or chemical hair relaxer. You got it, Drano. The principal ingredient in Drano, if you read the ingredient label, sodium hydroxide. The principal ingredient in chemical hair relaxer, sodium hydroxide. Literally, you're putting Drano on your client's hair. On the test, they like to ask about these two products, sodium hypochlorite and sodium hydroxide. If you don't know what they're talking about, you will not pass your test. Sodium hypochlorite is Clorox bleach. Sodium hydroxide is chemical hair relaxer. Now, if you want to pass your test the next time you take it, if you don't want to fall into that 55 to 60% national failure rate, if you don't want to be one of those many students taking it for the third or fourth time, get our book. It has every question and answer you will need. It's $60. It's not that expensive, okay? Because it guarantees you will pass your test the next time. And if you don't pass your test, you keep the book and we refund your money. So then it's free. You either pass or it's free. $60 is a very small price to pay for guaranteed passing your test. All right, keep that again, guaranteed. $60 guarantees you pass your test. There's no other guarantee like it in the country or in the world probably. Give us a call, 760-534-4434. We have people standing by to speak to you in both English and Spanish. Our material is available in both English and Spanish, 760-534-4434. Or for those of you who don't want to speak to somebody, rather do it yourself, go on your phone, go on your computer to the company website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. On the left-hand side, it gives you all the products. It begins with cosmetology materials, then barber materials, followed by esthetician and nails. www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. And before I go, please don't forget to subscribe below. Thank you so much.